Detective Matthews. Yep. Say what? How can that be? Shit. Did you call Detective Sloan? Oh, don't bother. He's on his way here anyways. Should have been here by now.
Hey Frank, what's going on?
Where the hell you been, John? Called you more than an hour ago.
Settle down, Frank. Remember that fragile chicory of yours?
Yeah, well, you're not helping it any.
Here, I got you a double with sweeteners. So what's all the hubbub, bub?
It's about our lover boy. Did you get a call from the station?
Nope. Has there been another victim?
No, that one last week's still the latest. This one, in the warehouse down on Stone Road. You remember? Had Loverboy's signature MO. Victim was a young, dark-haired girl, bound to a chair, covered in cuts and bruises, "Love you" written on her eyelids, and a single chocolate heart clutched in her left hand.
I remember, Frank. I was there with you. Jeez, it was only a week ago. I don't expect to go senile till I'm your age. Do you mind telling me what's going on here?
Well, one thing about that killing you may remember, there was zero forensic evidence found at the scene. Our usually careless killer left the scene without a trace. No hair, no footprints, no fingerprints, nothing. And then now there's one other thing.
And what's that, Detective Matthews?
I just got a call. They found Loverboy.
Really? Well, that's great news. Where did they catch him? Where are they holding him? We should be down there questioning him, shouldn't we?
I didn't say they caught him, John. I said they found him.
Huh?
He's dead, John.
Oh. Well, that's one less psychopath, I guess, eh?
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Only thing, though, he's been dead for a while. Preliminary report says approximately 3 weeks. Cedric Quarry, the bottom. It's just dumb luck. There was a group of student divers down there for a lesson, and one of them came across the body. We'd have never found it otherwise. That damn quarry's 45 feet deep. The body had been bound and weighted down, and there were indications he'd been beaten to death.
So, not suicide.
Not likely, John. But more importantly, since this happened a few weeks ago, who the hell killed Loverboy's latest victim?
Most obvious answer, I'd guess a copycat.
Yeah, but not just any copycat. Not just some freak who read about it in the papers or online. There were too many details the media didn't have. Most importantly, the chocolate heart and the way that LUVU was written across the eyelids. Only those close to the investigation knew about that.
So maybe Loverboy had a partner then?
Yeah, well, maybe, but that's statistically unlikely. No, that dog went hunt, John. We both know the odds of a serial killer having a partner are extremely small. We only ever found one set of fingerprints, one set of footprints and hair. No, this was definitely a copycat.
But didn't you just say it couldn't be a copycat?
No, I said it couldn't be just any copycat. It had to be a very well-informed copycat.
Well, let's get to work. We should start with a list of people who may have known the details of Loverboy's MO. Who would that be, do you think?
Had to be someone fairly close to the investigation.
A cop, do you think?
Yeah, a cop maybe. I hate to think so. But who else could it be? The way I see it, this person had enough information and skill to be able to track down Loverboy, kill him, and then dispose of the body in a place they thought it'd never be found.
And then take up where Loverboy left off.
Yep, thinking we were dealing with the same psycho. And since we had enough evidence to ID Loverboy, this new killer could carry on with complete impunity.
It's kind of clever if you think about it, eh?
Clever? No, I don't find that clever. Diabolical. Maybe.
So, who are the suspects?
Here's everyone I can think of who had knowledge of the chocolate hearts. Did I miss anyone?
No, I think that about covers it.
Let's go through the list then. We have a pretty good idea of the profile of this kind of serial killer. First, we can eliminate the women, yes? Profile clearly indicates a white male.
Yeah, the age is probably between 27 and 37 with above average intelligence, big ego, probably raised by a single parent.
At least someone from an unstable family environment.
Okay, so we can cross off the young, the women, and the old guys like you and Chief Reynolds.
That just leaves 3 names. You, Sergeant Collins, and Coroner Davis.
You can cross off Collins. He was in Jamaica at the time of the last murder.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
So that just leaves Coroner Davis.
And me. Are you alright, Frank?
What?
You look tired, Frank. Do you want to pick this up later after you've had some sleep?
No, I'm fine. What were you saying about Davis and you?
He comes from a good family. Not likely our killer. He doesn't really fit the profile. Do you think?
A good family?
Yeah, he comes from a great family. Always getting together for reunions. And he's the least egotistical person you could ever meet. Not at all like me. Are you sure you're alright, Frank?
Fine. So, cross out Sergeant Collins and Coroner Davis. That can't be right. Must have missed something. Someone.
Did you know my dad left us when I was 6? I was raised by my mother, you know. Frank!
What? Yes. No, what were you saying?
I'm saying I'm the only one on your list who fits the profile, Frank.
No, it can't be right. We must have missed something. Obviously it isn't you.
No? Why not me?
Because I know you, John.
Do you, Frank?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes! Damn it! Oh. We worked together for years. There's no way that you could be someone who's going around
So
killing...
you think it was Davis or Collins by some miracle? Come on.
No, but there has to be some other explanation. What's happening to me?
I'll tell you what's happening, Frank. Its proper name is Rohypnol. You know, Frank, the date rape drug? It's odorless, colorless, and tasteless. And in large doses, it causes extreme drowsiness. That's what you're feeling right now. And when it's combined with MDMA or ecstasy, it ultimately leads to heart failure. And with a ticker like yours, Frank, well, there's little doubt. Reynolds told me they'd ID'd that body they found at the quarry as Loverboy. I knew it was only a matter of time before you put 2 and 2 together. You've always been such a damn fine detective, Frank.
Why, John?
Yeah, I guess you've got a right to know. Everything in this world is upside down. Frank, I was watching the news the other night. Did you hear about the break-in at Wonderland? Apparently some kids had gotten into the park. Well, on the news they started showing these night vision video shots from a helicopter. Police inside the park conducting a manhunt, Frank. They got umpteen officers, police dogs, high-tech equipment, you name it. And they knew they were just hunting 3 teenagers. The big mystery, according to the newscaster, was why did these kids break in? Then I had to wait through 5 minutes of commercials to get the earth-shattering answer. Turns out these master criminals were hoping to steal some candy. Candy, Frank! Can you believe how much effort was put into preventing that major crime? Meanwhile, this latest cyber scam has duped people out of $1.1 billion. Most of the victims are elderly, and the police's only response to that is to issue a statement telling people to be careful. I mean, what the hell, eh, Frank? Everything is just upside down.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is just bullshit. You really want to know why?
Because you're a fucking psychopath.
I resent that, Frank. I'm not a psychopath. I'm a sociopath. I have a conscience. Just not much of one, I guess. And no vagus nerve, so no empathy for others. Okay, so maybe I am a psycho. But if it wasn't for this damn job, I never would have developed a taste for it, would I?
You're gonna blame it on the job?
Well, Frank, the first crime scene I ever came across, the first really bad one, it affected me. I was out the door tossing my cookies all over the front lawn. But gradually you get used to it, eh? Weird as that sounds. Until finally I found I was looking forward to it. I wanted to see it.
But John, killing someone, killing me.
Everybody dies, Frank. And when you die, there are only two possibilities. Either there is something more after life or there is not. If there's nothing after we die, then nothing we do in this life matters. It's all lost, forgotten, and meaningless. But if there is something more, maybe my victims are going to a better place. Maybe there's even a heaven, Frank, or at least an existence better than this one. And it's a place they were going to end up in anyway. I just did them the little favor of sending them there a little early. Stay with me a little bit longer, Frank.
What do you want from me? Understanding? Forgiveness? Permission? I understand, all right, John. You're sick, John. You've become a monster.
No, I haven't become anything. It's more accurate to say I'm unbecoming. I'm finally letting go of all those years of being told what's right and what's wrong. Do you have any idea how exhausting it is to constantly be pretending you're somebody you're not? I couldn't take it anymore. All the phony behaviors and hypocritical beliefs. This now is who I am.
No. I don't get it.
All I can tell you is all the dirt, death, and chaos in the streets of this city. All the chaos you want to clean up, I celebrate. When I first joined the Major Crimes Unit, I thought it would be enough just to chase the crazies, get inside their heads, get what I want vicariously. That helped me for a while. Getting to know them helped me not to feel so all alone. But it was never going to be enough.
But the girl, John. How could you?
Yeah, about that. You want to know why, Frank? I killed her because I wanted to know how it would feel. Have you ever watched predators hunt? When they see their prey, they freeze, eyes locked on their victims, waiting to see what their prey will do. And what determines that next move? Is it fate or is it free will? Is it mindless instinct or does the animal make a choice? Are you gone, Frank? Sorry, old man. I'll be joining you soon enough. I have no illusions about that. I'll make a mistake, I'm sure. And yet, I don't give a damn, Frank. We've all been told we have a choice between being good and evil. But do we really have a choice? We all want to be good, don't we? So we must ask yourself, who am I? How did I get here? Am I an animal who is operating without any sense of right or wrong? Or am I just a man who made a choice?